one of the pathways that you can take with the law degree is to become an academic. Now, the face-to-face contact with students is obviously one of the primary roles of an academic, and that's really the role that you will mainly see and that you will mainly have contact with regard to your lecturer. Now, obviously, planning and preparation for classes and keeping up with the relevant law for the particular discipline that a lecturer is involved in teaching is of primary importance. Now, that entails reading and constantly keeping up with changes that have taken place. But when you look at your unit outlines and the information that you've been given by your lecturer about your course, all of that preparation is also part of that face-to-face component of what a lecturer or an academic is required to do. So such things as assessment procedures and ensuring a fair and equitable outcome for all students, and having the students understand what the requirements are for the course. That's a very important aspect of what an academic does. But the most enjoyable part of that face-to-face component, for me, I find, is actually being face-to-face with the students. So please take advantage of being able to be in the room with your lecturer. Enjoy the time you have with your lectures and with each other as a class, because every class has different dynamics. And when the students are together, there is a completely different synergy in each of your classes. And so really enjoy that, and really enjoy the time you have with your lecturer. Ask questions, because that person is lecturing that subject because they enjoy it, because they have the knowledge and the background in that particular area. So you can gain information from them that you wouldn't be able to if you sat at home, for instance, with a computer or read a book. So that part of your university life should be something that is really dynamic. But remember, the classroom dynamic depends on you, and it depends on you becoming involved. It depends on you paying attention, listening, asking questions, and actually being present in spirit. You know what I mean. You know when you sit there and you're actually drifting off and thinking about what you're going to do on the weekend, or whether you're going to play football, and what time is the train that leaves in order for you to be able to get home to have dinner before you go out to the movies. Normally they are people who are very well versed in their particular subject. And so the other very important component of an academic's role is to be involved in in-depth research in their particular field of expertise or interest. So that in-depth research requires online research, which you will be learning for yourselves to conduct. But it also involves frequently travelling to conferences, meeting with other people who have similar expertise or expertise in a linked area, and constantly learning and constantly becoming more and more skilled and adept at what the lecturer is interested in or is currently researching at the time. That will often involve interviews. It will often involve surveys and conversing with people who do have a similar area in which they are interested. So that in-depth research is very important from an academic's point of view. But from your point of view, how that actually impacts you is that frequently you will go to a lecturer's office and you'll find that they're not there. Or you will send them an email and they don't reply immediately. basically the reason is, or one of the fundamental reasons is, because they may be off, they may be actually in another country. They may be doing interviews at that particular time. They may be conducting surveys. So the role of an academic does require that they do spend a lot of time out of the office and not there to actually be assisting you on a face-to-face basis. And that's why your classroom time is so important, for you to take advantage of that and to spend time with them. And then the third role is that of community engagement. So the university, or all universities, expect that academics will be involved in the community. So an academic really is representing the face of the university to the community within which they are operating. So that is a very important aspect as well. And that also requires time out of the office and being part of, for instance, a program that has been established in the local community. For instance, UWS is establishing the Parramatta Justice Centre, which aims to assist people with legal advice. Now, you as students, remember, can also become involved in that aspect of university life. And you'll find it very enjoyable and very rewarding. And it will not only contribute to your skills and your ability, it will look great on your resume, but you'll also be very much helping people and assisting the community. Now, I, for instance, am involved in writing and a number of other publications. So that's just one thing that can be done with regard to this point of view, to spend time with you. High marks is very important, but you also should have, if you are wishing to pursue that academic field, you should also have a resume of an indication of your willingness to have contact with people. So think about that aspect as well. Think about how you can become involved in university life and how you can contribute to the life of the university and to the life of those around you. And you can put all that down on your resume, what you've been involved in, sporting achievements, etc. And the other aspect, if you wish to pursue an academic path, is to work on your research skills to a great degree. So when you've been given an essay, for instance, as part of your assessment for a class, learn how to really research in depth and ask questions, ask your lecturer, learn how to become involved in that research. And then the next level usually is to complete a master's degree after you've finished your LLB. And then most lecturing positions also require a PhD, which is an incredibly deep level of research on a particular topic where you actually create a publication at the end of that. And again, I would like to advise you, don't dismiss the writing that you do. So as you go through each semester, probably not the first year because you're still finding your feet, but certainly by your second year, read journals that are published in relation to the particular subject that you're studying at the current time. Read those journals, learn about the particular writing involved, and try to do your assignments and your essays to that standard. That is the beginning of you perhaps going on and then publishing one of those articles. Don't ever dismiss that. Think about everything you write as something that may be able to be published. And that will give it an interest for you that otherwise it wouldn't. It won't just be a boring assessment task that you have to do. It'll be something that you really enjoy doing and that can have another aspect to it.